Hey guys, it's Sarah. Now, here's my situation. We're moving like in the next 2 weeks, and it's getting real and it's getting real and it's getting busy, super busy, not only moving stuff, but like end of the year for my kids stuff, like that's a lot too. We just had our dance recital and we have end of the year parties and all the things. So I am pre-filming today a ton of videos. You're going to see this shirt a lot because I really truly just need to take this morning and get everything for June finished up. Now, that doesn't mean every single video in June is gonna have this shirt. I have a whole bunch already scheduled to go up, so no worries about that, but like probably most of my book list Thursdays are gonna have this on, and this video obviously is gonna have this on. So if you see me in this shirt or not, it's not because I love it. I do love it, but it's because I gotta get this done, and I gotta get it done in a timely manner because I wanna make sure you guys have this content. So that's why, no worries. And yeah, so we're getting really busy with moving stuff. It's very exciting and we're very happy to do it, but it is getting crazy. So in order to make sure I had all the videos I wanted to go up in June up, I'm having to batch film, and that's, you know, that's what it has to be right now. It's okay. But yep, so just fair warning, the shirt's gonna show up a lot in June. Not every single video, but most of them. And yeah, but I'm really still excited to do all these videos and talk to you about all these things. So, all right, I'm gonna shut up and get started with this one. This one is a book review for Unbury Carol by Josh Malerman. Now, I just finished this book. This book is already released. It came out April 10th, so I will have the Amazon link down below if you guys want to check this one out. This was my first Josh Malerman book, and it was so incredibly different for me. It was a very different read for me, and it was very interesting. I would call this kind of a historical magical realism type of book, and the magical realism is very subtle, and it's still kind of like, I don't even really know if that's what it was. It was that subtle, but I feel like there was a little bit of magical elements, but it was still kind of like could be explained away in different ways. So it's very hard to put this in a category, very hard. But this book follows a woman named Carol, and she has a medical condition that actually causes her to slip into a coma at random times. She never knows when it's gonna happen. She doesn't know what brings it on. It just happens randomly, and she's in a coma for whatever amount of time she really never even knows. The very beginning of the book, Carol is attending her best friend's funeral. He has passed away, and that night she starts seeing the signs of slipping into a coma herself. And when she is in this coma, it's something that she has kind of nicknamed Howltown. That's what she calls the space that she ends up going to in her mind when she's in the coma. It's a very scary place for her. She feels like she's falling constantly. Everything is dark. She doesn't know what's going on around her, and it's a very scary thing for her. It's not fun. She ends up going into this coma, and her housemaid is a person who ends up witnessing this, and her housemaid does not know about her condition. The only people that know about her condition are her best friend who has passed away, her mother who has passed away, her husband who is there, and her ex-boyfriend who is no longer in her life. Those are the only people that know about her condition. Her housemaid witnesses her going into this coma. She thinks she's dead, because that's how bad the coma is. It's very, you know, she's alive, but barely. She barely has a pulse. Anyone who would be trying to take her pulse would probably move their hand before they could feel anything at all, so they would assume she's dead. She's barely breathing. It's extremely, you know, it's very death-like. Now, she goes into this coma, and her husband has made a decision ahead of time that the next time she goes into this coma, he's gonna have her buried and be done with her, because he's over it. He doesn't want to deal with this anymore. He doesn't love her. He just doesn't want to be in this life with her anymore. So he's going to take advantage of the next time she goes into this coma, and he is going to have her buried, declared legally dead, and have her buried, even though she's not dead. So she's literally going to be buried alive. And when she comes out of this coma, she can't get out. So she's going to die in there. Now, the housemaid witnesses her going into this coma, assumes that she's dead, and she ends up sending word to Carol's ex-boyfriend, whose name is Moxie, and sends word to him to let him know that she has passed. And Moxie knows about her condition, so he knows that she really isn't dead, that she's just in a coma. He sends word back and says, she's not dead, do not bury her, I'm on my way. Carol's husband intercepts this message, knows that Moxie's on his way, knows that Moxie knows about it, and it becomes this whole thing where her husband has hired an assassin to follow Moxie and to kill him before he can get there because he doesn't want Carol to survive this, basically. All the while, when Moxie is on the trail trying to get back to this town, he is being hunted by an assassin who is crazy. This guy is insane. And Moxie has kind of a reputation of being a magician almost, because he has been able to kill people without even pulling his gun. It's a whole thing. And so he's being tracked by this assassin who has, you know, just the ego of, you know, I can kill this man even though he's supposed to be unkillable and blah, blah, blah. So that's very interesting. And so all the while this is happening, you're also seeing Carol in this coma state and her husband trying to do things. Carol is aware of what he's doing. She's realizing that her husband is trying to bury her alive, and she's trying to come out of this coma to say, stop, you can't do this, I'm alive, and, you know, all this stuff, and kind of prove to other people that she's alive. So interesting. Like, this was incredibly interesting. I ended up giving this one 3.5 stars. And I think it was because it just took me a while to get used to the writing style. Number one, it's a new author for me, so I had to get used to the way that he writes. Once I was into his writing, it definitely went a lot faster for me and I was able to enjoy it a little bit more, but it did take me a little bit to get there. And again, I was trying to figure out if things were magical or if they were not. And some things got explained, but not everything. And so it's kind of like, you know, trying to figure all that stuff out. But I thought it was very unique. And I think I just couldn't give it like a 4 or a 5 just because it took me personally just some time to, you know, get used to it and to really be able to follow it really well and all that. But I really did end up enjoying the story. I thought it was incredibly interesting and unique and just, you know, different for what I would normally read. And I'm definitely interested in giving Josh Malerman another try as an author. And yeah, but I really, truly did enjoy this, and I think if you are already a fan of Josh Malerman that you would like this as well. And definitely worth the read for sure. The audiobook is also great. I listened to part of it on audiobook. I listened to probably a little bit more than half, or I read more than half, and then I finished it up on audiobook. And both are great, so either way you want to go, whichever one you prefer. But it was good. I really enjoyed it. And I gave it 3.5 stars, and definitely am going to look more forward to more Josh Malerman. So thank you so much to Del Rey Books and Penguin Random House for sending this book my way so that I could read and review it for you guys. And if you're interested in picking this book up, again, I will have the Amazon link down below so you guys can go and check it out and pick up a copy for yourselves. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.